care about awards? Do you care about your videos being recognized? Is it more about the director than you? What is your reaction to the Video Music Award nominations?
I think our basic reaction to the nominations is that we've always tried really hard to do different kinds of videos, and finally people are kind of enjoying that part of what we're trying to do. For a long time we kept hearing about how our videos weren't normal enough and MTV enough, for lack of a better word. So it's pretty cool, you know. We've gotten so much, it's not just the awards, we've just gotten so much reaction from people that we meet on the street kind of thing. I really like this video, I really like that video, so it's been cool because usually it can be such a negative thing.
Tell me about the, let's move on from that, and tell me about the status of the band, how you've been spending your time as of late.
Whoa.
Jump right in there.
Got to get the Video Music Award stuff out of the way. That's for somebody else.
No waiting in.
Did we tell you we're really looking forward to it?
The award show?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
me too.
It's going to be a freak show.
We'll wave to you up there on the roof.
We're going to be
That's
a freak show.
I mean, when I tried to shove you
Unless
off.
you want to talk about your Playboy photo shoot, we'll move on to the other stuff.
Playboy, not Playgirl.
Which one was it? Playgirl, wasn't it?
I was mistaken for a woman.
And they asked you to do that.
Again.
They obviously thought you were a cute woman.
This is grievous interviewer question looking for a reaction question.
I like
because
it.
the subjects are so dull.
I want to know.
That's what they in the video term a little spike in the interview.
Are you going to tell us or what?
I did a photo shoot for Playboy where it looked like I'm ripping this doll's arms off, if that's what you want to know.
Are you serious?
No skin?
No, it wasn't. See, here we go. Now you got me in this.
I think you're starting to blush. You're supposed to say, but the interviews are really good. I just read the interview.
That's what I did. I did the interview.
Are you serious?
I talked about my life with dogs.
Does it feel strange sitting here, just the three of you?
Well, as I've been saying lately, we were the original three. See, we were a band before Jimmy joined the band for a good 6 months.
We used to use just a drum machine, like on stage.
And even when Jimmy joined the band, he never really joined the band fully for about a year. So really, for a long time, it was just us three. So in a weird way, it almost feels like just going back to that mode. I'm not trying to minimize it because it's obviously a weird thing, but it's actually not been weird at all. I think we realized that we were the same, that we didn't do anything wrong in this situation, and that we have no problem with each other. So
it's kind of weird that it's not weird.
How long after, or how soon after the incident in New York and Melvoin's death did you start looking for replacement?
I don't even remember.
Well, I think more I don't know when we decided that we wanted to fire Jimmy. That was maybe 5 to 6 days after Jonathan died, maybe a week. But as soon as we fired Jimmy knowing that we were gonna, we still wanted to continue on with the tour no matter what anybody thought, whether Jimmy was in the band or not in the band. So as soon as we decided to fire Jimmy, then it was obvious to us that we needed to find someone else because we were still planning on going out.
What were the auditions like?
Well, not naming any names. It was wild. We've never played with another drummer before in like 8 or 9 years, and we just saw all the little idiosyncrasies that happen with drummers, and it was really interesting, but it was also profoundly boring.
The day that Jonathan died, people were not only calling for the keyboard job, people were calling for the drum job. The day Jonathan died, people were calling for the jobs.
Can you articulate how Matt changes or adds to the sound of the band?
Well, he's in a difficult position. Difficult position. What we're basically asking him to do is pretty much come in and basically play the songs as they're written.
As they're played live.
So the sound of Filter didn't influence your decision to choose him?
No, Matt got the job because Matt's a really great drummer, and Matt could assimilate his style into our style. When you listen, it still sounds like Matt, but we very much asked him to basically play it as it is. Kind of like what I was saying, we don't want to go through the whole process of retooling the band around Matt. We're not really in that position.
Sure.
I mean, we're so deep in the Melancholy record, I don't think we can really play the songs any other way as it is. We'd have to step away for like 6 months and come back again, and that's just not going to happen. If we did that, we would never go back on tour.
I understand that you're friends with Dennis, so you probably know him pretty well, but you knew Jimmy really well too. So how many questions did you ask people you were interested in joining the tour about their drug use and drug habits?
Well, let's put it this way. It's not easy. It's not difficult to find out.
Isn't that sort of an uncomfortable interrogation, though?
No, I'm saying it's not difficult to find out who's done drugs in the past. You don't even have to ask the person because it's easy to find out.
But if you were not going to hire somebody who'd ever done drugs in the past, I mean, that sounds like a Sula Molinari, Newt Gingrich, sort of a fraudulent argument.
You're saying that. We never said that.
Well, I'm just saying, if they've done it in the past, 10 years ago, does that exempt them from this tour? I don't think that's really fair.
Put it this way, the people that were truly considered didn't have those kinds of problems, so it never really became an issue like, well, we really want to hire this guy, but he's got drug problems in the past.
Okay. But you're confident you're not going to have the same problems with Matt and Dennis?
We know them both. We know Matt as well. You know, we're friends with them. So.
Yeah, listen, you know, we've hired perfectly sane, wonderful people, and 2 months later they completely flip out because pressure in rock and roll world gets to them. You know, I mean, God forbid that anything ever should happen to Dennis or Matt, but you're asking for prophecy.
Sure.
He's like, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that we're not going to flip out.
Right.
You cross your fingers and you hope that you're hiring people who are telling you the truth and are good people. I mean, we thought Jimmy and Jonathan were telling us the truth, you know.
He was saying that it's very easy to end up, you know, with a drug problem as a rock musician. He said that it's more dangerous. You're getting flown around the world. You're living in an unreality that becomes a reality. You can do anything you want to do, and somebody will pay for it.
That's more bullshit drug addict excuses. I'm sorry, but that's just more excuses. The fact of the matter is you're a human being. You have responsibilities, not only to yourself, but to others.
I mean, the three of us do the same stuff, and I don't take drugs, so... You know,
we're in the exact same position, so why isn't anyone expecting us to flake out? Jimmy had positively, absolutely every opportunity and chance to get help at every step of the way.
Well, he was in rehab a couple of times, right?
Once before.
Twice.
Yeah.
3 times a lady.
I mean, we repeatedly told him that we would stop the tour at any point if he needed to go into any kind of therapy, rehab, whatever you name it. Same thing I said, which is him before the band. We put all that at first, and we told him that repeatedly. And repeatedly he said he didn't need any help. And even 3 or 4 days before all this happened, he told us, we said something's not right, and he told us everything was fine.
He was clean, yeah.
That he was clean and there was no problem.
How about in terms of his sound?
Listen, any way you cut it, Jimmy is an original member of the band. And when we all started, the four of us, nobody gave two fucks about us. Nobody, zero, nobody. I mean, we used to beg friends and family to come to the show so we wouldn't be embarrassed, okay? Nobody cared about us. We built our little egg up to the point where we were on TV and people cared and come to the concerts, okay? It's not so easy to turn around and go, you know, I want to remove this 25% of this such a successful thing that's totally changed my life. You know, I just want to toss you just out just to see what will happen. There's a fear there that you're going to blow the little balloon up and there ain't going to be nothing left. Well, what we're trying to say to people is we finally faced that fear. We said, we don't give a fuck if it destroys the band. Who the fuck cares? He's got to go for himself and for us. And so we're carrying on without him. If people don't like it, if we suck, whatever, that's rock and roll tragedy. But the fact of the matter is we faced that fear. We are now beyond the point where we have to worry about whether or not Jimmy's going to explode tomorrow.
I wanted to talk about this person in some other context besides just his drug use, so I wanted you to talk about it.
He's an amazing drummer. He's an amazing drummer. If he's not the best drummer of his peerage, he's top 3. There are very few Jimmys in the world, and that certainly played into our denial of it because it was very hard to face his removal and what it would do to the band. But you know what? We faced the boogeyman, and you know what? It's fine. We're totally fine, and the band sounds great, and we're going to go on tour, and you know what? It's not going to be a sad, violent tour at all. It's going to be exactly the opposite. We're going to go out and have a good time.
Are you changing anything else?
Smiles. We're all smiles now. We're smiling now. It's the new pumpkin. 96.
Happy pumpkin.
You wanted me to ask you a couple of questions about what happened down at the police station.
Go ahead and ask him. Whatever.
What was that like? Have you ever been through anything like? Did all 3 of you go? I was in another country.
Well,
so.
Montel.
Well, Allison Stewart was hanging outside. I know that much. I just kept hearing her voice in my ear as I walked by. Billy, do you want to come in? Billy, do you want to come in?
Enough. I'm walking out of this.
You're just ensuring that you're going to end up on this part.
Oh, okay.
What happened? What do they say? What do they do? I mean, you're not the person on trial, obviously.
Well, that's what I kept wondering. It's like, it was like, why am I here? I don't have anything to do with this. This doesn't have anything to do with me.
I mean, did they act like though that you were?
No.
Oh, they were asking for information about what had happened. It wasn't like they were
wanted to
accusing
know.
you of any wrongdoing.
Well, they
That's what I'm trying
had
to clear up.
suspicions as well. Obviously, like it was kind of absurd. They split us up like on the TV shows and took us in separate rooms and questioned us to see if our answers would match up. You know, it's absurd. It's like, I've seen the TV shows.
I mean,
I know what you're trying to do. I'm not.
If you're in a situation like that and you have something to hide, then you're worried. But if you have nothing to hide, there's nothing to worry about because you're just going to tell the truth, and that's all. All we did was just tell them the truth, tell them what they needed to know, and they let us go. The whole thing would have been over quicker if there hadn't been all the media and vultures hanging around outside trying to get their picture for fucking USA Today, you know.
So there were a lot of people out there?
It was a fucking joke-a-rama out there, boy. So I'm saying, I go outside and I hear Allison Stewart in my ear and I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing here, you know? You know, live from the fucking top station. It's Allison Stewart for MTV News, you know? And I really like her, but I'm just like, what the fuck is she doing there, you know?
What do you mean?
It was like an absurd comedy. It's like, you know, it's bad. Look, nightmare number 1 is Jonathan's dead, you know? Nightmare number 2 is you got to deal with the cops. Nightmare number 3 is you got to deal with people with secret microphones and like, can you comment? You know, like comment about what? You know, and then I'm on the news, and then like relatives here heard I was dead. I mean, it's like a bomb that goes off, and you just keep picking up the pieces as you go along. You know, you're just asking about the pieces picking up. To us, it was all absurd, and it still all is absurd. We still sit and think this is so stupid. None of this should ever happen.
All our friends say to us, I can't believe that this has happened to your band. That's what everyone who knows us is like, who would have thought your band? And that's the way it was for us. We're like, this isn't real. This is like some kind of cliche. I'm living a cliche.
Yeah, we are now the rock and roll cliche.
My loss before I even learned to talk. Remember the day, empty party afternoons don't come back.
Obviously, the immediate future is the tour. We've discussed that. You're going to record another record. Are you going to include, you know, is it just going to be the three of you? Do you? I mean, it's speculation a bit,
We can't speculate.
Yeah. We've just said amongst each other that we're just going to concentrate on the tour, and we'll deal with the rest of it when that time comes. It's too much to take on. It's just too much to take on. It's almost, you know, it's like, who knows? I mean, we may go out and have the greatest time of our lives and be completely like, wow, this is exactly where we want to be. Maybe it's going to go and be a big drag, and maybe we'll just say, screw it. You know, we don't know. We plan on it being a good, positive experience, and we're doing everything in our power to make it so. But if the world ain't right, or we ain't right, or something's flawed, we certainly ain't the band to fake it. You know what I mean? We don't need it that bad, and that's you know, it's the old pumpkin ethic. You know, we're just going to go on being ourselves, and if we continue to want to be the Smashing Pumpkins, the three of us, we will. We're put it this way: we're personally totally fine with each other. I think we're getting along as good as we've ever gotten along. We are just totally fine. But the band is a big, big, big commitment that goes beyond drugs and drinking and videos and all that. It's a big commitment to your life. You know, you got to go away, and you know. So we have to, I mean, that's always been the status. Every album we ask ourselves, do we want to do this again? Mm-hmm. Because we can't do it half-assed.
It's like, you know, the band comes first. You keep doing it until you say to yourself, well, I don't want the band to come first anymore. I want a life, you know, because we don't really have lives. And obviously with Jimmy, the band didn't come first.
Well, if last time I talked to you guys, you said that you were interested in, you want?
The occult?
No, you're changing the sound a little bit, like maybe doing something different on the next record. And
all drum machines, I guess. The beginning was just me, James, and Darcy and Dennis. So maybe we're back to that, huh? Put it this way, everybody's more uptight about it than we are. We are not uptight about it. It's just totally like whatever. We'll get around to it if it comes, you know. lot of people are going to have a hard time to believe this, but we're really happy. We're not happy that Jonathan died. We're not happy that Jimmy left the band. Those are all very sad things. But the fact of the matter is the three of us, we're happy. We're free of the burden of having to take care of somebody. We're so completely, absolutely grateful at the success and the warmth and the love that people have shown us, especially in this past year. And especially even through these tragedies we've gotten. You really find out who your friends are. So in amongst all this stuff, we're really happy. We're still fine. We're still okay. We didn't do anything wrong, you know? So we're just going to go on being the Pumpkins. If everybody wants to attach all this stuff to it, they're going to do it, you know? It's a hard copy world, you know? But the fact of the matter is we're not living any kind of tabloid life. We are very boring people who get up and rock, and we do it pretty much just about better, as good as anybody else. So that's it. That's the long and short and simple of the whole tamale, you know?
And godliness is empty, just like